Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from whichever part of the world you're viewing this video. This is the Yeye Princess Ajebukumi Olokunwemide. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is nice to have you here. For my returning subscribers, welcome back, and may Olodumare bless you. For new subscribers, welcome to this family where we'll talk about Olodumare, our Orishas, and our ancestors. It's nice having you here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so delighted to be with you. Happy New Year. So today I'll be talking to us about atonement. Yes, atonement. That's the English word for ETUTU in Yoruba. Pardon me for the sake of this video. I'll be digressing. I'll speak in English and I'll speak in Yoruba language. For the Yoruba speaking world, please enjoy Dariji me. I'm not very good in Yoruba language, but I try. So this video will be a mixture of both English and Yoruba language, but mostly in English language. So mo fẹ́ bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ètùtù lẹ́ni atonement. Kí la ń pè ní ètùtù? What is atonement? What do we call atonement? We know, like in Christianity, the belief that when man sins against God, he has to go and ask for forgiveness for that his sin, right? So they atone for their sin. So likewise in the African traditional religion also, when we go against what Olodumare has asked us to do, when we defy Eledumare's laws, when we do that which is wrong to mankind, we have to atone for that. Téèyàn bá ti ṣe nǹkan tí ò yẹ kó ṣe, téèyàn bá ti ṣe nǹkan tí ò tọ́, ó máa sọ fún onítọ̀hún pé kó lọ ṣe ètùtù. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, a máa ń ṣe ètùtù. Ìdí tá fi máa ń ṣe ètùtù ni pé a fẹ́ padà sí ọwọ́ kan pẹ̀lú Elédùmarè. Ṣé mọ̀ pé téèyàn bá ti ṣe nǹkan tí ò dáa, bí ìgbà tí ẹni yẹn ó ti yẹra kúrò lọ́dọ̀ Elédùmarè, ó ti sùn kúrò lọ́dọ̀ Elédùmarè. Ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tẹ́ni yẹn ṣẹ̀ tàbí nǹkan burúkú tí ẹni yẹn ṣe, ó ti fa ìlà, ó ti create space láàrin onítàn àti Elédùmarè. So ní ọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, ẹni yẹn ní láti lọ ṣe ètùtù. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n máa ní láti lọ ṣe ètùtù. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ní ètùtù oríṣiríṣi. We have different types of atonement. Now, like I said, atonement is a process by which we remove obstacles that is standing between us and Olodumare. What is this obstacle? This obstacle are things that we did, wrongdoings that we did. Either we did them knowingly or unknowingly, whether consciously or unconsciously. When you do things that is against what Olodumare asks you to do or what Olodumare wants you to do, you have to go and make atonement for that. So you have to go and recreate your relationship with Olodumare. You have to go and reconcile with Olodumare. You have to go back to Olodumare and recreate and rebond with him. That is where atonement comes in. You have to go and make atonement for your wrongdoings. Now, we in the African traditional religion, we believe that we make atonement for wrongdoings through sacrifices. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, àwọn máa ń dá ní pé kéèyàn lọ ṣe ètùtù. Mani kolo she sacrifice. Yeah, so we make atonement for our wrongdoings. We recreate, we reestablish our relationship with Olodumare via sacrifice. We might do the sacrifice to one Orisha or the other, depending on what the person did that created the obstacle between him and Olodumare. And then different sacrifices are being done to different Orishas. Different Orishas have different things that you use in making sacrifice to them, because we in the African tradition we believe that we serve Olodumare through our Orishas. So we get to Olodumare through our Orishas. So when we create a hedge between we and Olodumare, for us to reconcile to Olodumare, we'll go through our Orishas. That is why it will now be revealed that the person had done one wrong thing or the other by creating a space between them and their creator, and so they have to be reconciled to their creator via sacrifice. They have different Orishas and different things that they sacrifice to different Orishas. And some people might be of the opinion like, why is it that you people, this African traditional religion people, you sacrifice blood a lot, you kill animals, you do this, you do that? that? Yes, we sacrifice blood. Likewise in the Old Testament also. Permit me to go to the Bible. The Old Testament talks about atonement of sin via the use of blood. Even God, in the book of Leviticus 17, Leviticus 17 verse 11, God allowed them to make sacrifices of blood. Permit me to read it. The book of Leviticus 17 verse 11, it says, I have given it for you upon the altar to make atonement for your soul. So even the Old Testament, sacrifices of blood were made. The people of Israel sacrificed to Almighty via the use of lambs and blood. So we African traditional religion believers, we believe that we make sacrifices to Olodumare through the use of blood. It's not that we use human blood, we use animals. So when someone has done wrong, they have gone against that which Olodumare asked them to do, they have erred in one way or the other, they have done something that maybe is abominable, is adulterous, or whatever the case may be, they have to make atonement. They have to do ETUTU. They have to reconcile to Olodumare, and we do that through sacrifice of blood. You might be asked to make one sacrifice to one Orisha or the other to get to Olodumare. Likewise, the Christians get to God through Jesus Christ. We, the African traditional believers, we believe that we get to Olodumare through our Orishas. It's not that we worship our Orishas. We all worship one and the same God, but it's our pattern that is what is different. I worship Olodumare, but through Orisha Olokun, Orisha Yemoja, and Orisha Aje. So I make my sacrifices to my Orishas, Olokun, Iyemoja, and Aje. And when I want to make my sacrifice, my atonement, when I want to carry out ETUTU, I use animal blood. It might be a goat, it might be a ram, it might be a pig, it might be a fowl, depending on what the sacrifice demands. Yes, depends on what the sacrifice demands of you. And when you want to make sacrifice to Olodumare via your Orisha, 3 things are necessary to put into consideration. Number 1, the source of that animal you want to use in making sacrifice. The animal you want to sacrifice to Olodumare through your Orisha, where did you get the animal from? Did you buy it yourself, or did you go to steal it? We must look at the source, where the animal we want to sacrifice to Olodumare, where the animal is coming from. What source? How did you get the animal? Is it a stolen animal? Did you take it from someone, or did you acquire the animal with your money? That's one. The second one is the condition of the animal. The animal you want to sacrifice to Olodumare must be in a good condition, without any birth blemish at all. Just like in the Bible, the story of Cain and Abel. When Cain and Abel made sacrifice to God in the Old Testament, we know that Cain made the sacrifice with and made a sacrifice of whatever that was not good, and it was unacceptable to God, while Abel gave God the best of what he had, and the sacrifice was accepted to Olodumare because Abel gave the best of what he had, even though Cain, out of jealousy, went and killed his brother. But my point is, whatever you are giving to Olodumare as a sacrifice should be in good health, without blemish, without default. That is the condition. And also the color. Different Orishas have different colors that they desire. There are some Orishas that will desire plain white. The animal that they want you to sacrifice will be plain white, without any form of color at all to it. Then other Orishas can accept an animal that has a black color or multi-color. So I'll be stopping here for today. So I said ETUTU. It's like reconciling to God. ETUTU is the Yoruba word for atonement. When you atone for your wrongdoings, you atone for your sins. And how do we the African traditional believers atone for our wrongdoings? We do that through sacrifice. We make sacrifices to Olodumare via our Orishas. Sacrifices of blood, not human blood, animal blood. And different Orishas desire different types of animals to make atonement, just like they did in the Old Testament and the Bible, where the children of Israel were asked to make atonement for their sin via sacrifice. That is what we do in Sheshe. We don't sacrifice human blood, it's animal blood. And we don't worship our Orishas. We worship Olodumare through our Orishas. Thank you for staying tuned. Peace be with you till we meet again. Bye-bye.